Kingdom Worker Crash, Chris Teeter, take one!
I need to know what your favorite vine is.
Do you know the vine that's like, Duke, do you want the ball? And then this like fake dog goes, okay.
Yes. Did you know that the dog was fake?
Not initially, like that's what it was. That's what got me.
You were like,
I was not expecting it because it starts with a real dog. Hi, my name's Chris Teeter. I'm from Lee Summit, Missouri, which is close to Kansas City, Missouri. I grew up Catholic, and I know a lot of people who practice Catholicism who are just the most devout, God-loving people you'll ever encounter. But for me personally, it just wasn't what got me to pursue the Lord. And that led to this extended dry spot where I was practicing different religions, like Buddhism especially. On paper, they seem promising. On paper, they seem like they'll fill the hole in your heart that you have, but they just weren't. And so leading up to this past summer when I went to move, I didn't believe and I had no intention of believing. I went to move, and it was against my will. I have two good friends. They forced me to go, and I couldn't get my deposit back. So it was like, I might as well go. And so I went, and the first few nights I went to the conference center, and I cried. I'm a crier all the time. Cried during worship. I left trembling. It wasn't until the fourth night that one woman stood up, and the theme of the camp was contrast. And so at the conference, we talked about the difference between love and fear, the difference between light and dark. And this woman took all of her burdens, all of her impediments, and she brought them into the light. One after another, people stood up and talked about their pornography addictions, talked about their bad family life. And that night, this beautiful community was born, that I'd been going to that church for nearly 2 years and never experienced this kind of love. There was a kingdom worker last year named Olivia, and I don't know if you remember her story, but she loves soccer. She put together a fundraiser. She sold t-shirts and tickets and all these things, and she was able to fund an orphanage. You know, that was something that I was just super inspired by, because I would never think that you could take your hobby and turn it into something so beautiful. And so I went home, and like the week after I got back from move, I started planning something similar. And so personally, music has always been a very, very big part of my life. And so I put together an event called Raise the Roof for People Without Them. The homeless population has always been prevalent. It's hard to go a city block without seeing someone who just hasn't had the same opportunities that we have, or you know, just something happened that put them there, and they don't have the opportunity or the people pouring into them to get them back, you know, integrated into society and live life as they're meant to. And so the night of Raise the Roof, before you even get into the church, in the parking lot, there's gonna be 9 square, 4 square, people playing volleyball. And then as you walk through the doors, to the right is a merch table where we were selling shirts, bracelets, water bottles, just stuff to raise awareness, but gain money to donate. And then finally you'd keep going and enter the church. After that first hour is when we opened up with worship, hence the microphone. One of the organizations that we were donating to, the Kansas City Rescue Mission, a representative from there named Joe Stragazi came and he spoke. And it was really cool because he's seen so many people's lives changed because of what they're doing. But the other organization we donated to was the National Alliance to End Homelessness. And so by the time that the night was over, we raised over $2,000. It was just a beautiful night, and it was so cool to see the Lord work through all these people. My name is Chris, and I'm a kingdom worker.